Hey, it's me, Matthew. I am one of the co hosts for Book Club for Masochist, a reader's advisory podcast, which is a podcast in which we read all of the genres and types of literature, regardless of our actual interest in them. Every month, we read a new randomly selected genre. And then on our podcast, we discuss things like appeal factors and other related factors as friends and library workers. We've covered everything from gardening to erotic romance, true crime to alternative history. So we've covered a very wide breadth of things. And we also do occasionally things like formats. And formats mean things like audiobooks or short stories and things like that. And this month, our format is visual novels, which is very different from what we usually cover. But I thought it was an interesting thing to try out. And so I'm streaming a bunch of visual novels and putting them here on Twitch, on YouTube, just to let people find out more about them, I guess, if they're, because a lot of our listeners will not be familiar with them, so they can check these out. So today I'm playing Dry Drowning, which is a dystopian detective story thing, and I'm joined by Amanda.
Hi.
So Amanda, you did this with me last week, and we played. I can't remember the detective's name.
Hank?
Something Detective Hank and the Golden Sneeze.
Yeah.
And then we failed to solve the mystery.
As it turns out, we're not very good detectives.
I think I think I thought it was. I was like, oh, that's too obvious. That can't possibly be the answer to this mystery.
But also, we had too much of a liking for the character that we thought was the guilty one, so we couldn't really charge her.
I didn't want to arrest them. That's kind of one of the problems. I'm just like, well, like, museum theft is not necessarily a crime. Like, depending on what the object is and who's stealing it. I'm just like,
well, we kind of suspected, although it wasn't made obvious in the playthrough that we did, that maybe the guilty party, like the object belonged to her.
And maybe if we tried to arrest them, that would
rightfully
happen. Anyway, let's not give spoilers for a different game in this. But let's get
but wasn't it the case that in that game there was a different guilty party depending on the way you played it?
See, I thought it was randomized, but I think there were just 4 different tracks that you could play. 4 different versions. So I don't know. But
okay. Anyway,
that stream is on our YouTube channel as well if you want to check it out. So let's get started with this Dry Drowning though, and it starts off with a what is the word I'm looking for? A narrator bit. So we're gonna be quiet for a little bit as you hear the audio and the person speaking.
As an old saying, he will drown even in a spoonful of water.
Uh-oh. It's frozen. That's not good.
Inevitability.
Okay.
And when our lungs are...
I'm not sure what's up with this.
And an empty...
Okay, well, we'll see if this works at all. Maybe it won't just not work at all. Hopefully, once it gets out of that section, we'll have more, I don't know, a better stream. There's also a lot of loading in this game. Okay, well, we've got into the game at least. Or almost. We've got to the start menu. Even if we mostly missed what the opening narration was. I think it was pretty generic. So you've read a lot of...
It was pretty short anyway.
Yeah,
so.
A lot of detective-y mystery stuff, right?
I am a big mystery fan, I must say.
Are you a fan of, like, mysteries where the mystery solver is, like, in an official position, or, like, more like just a random person?
My favorite kind of mystery is the kind where the solver person is a badass female.
True. Yes, I do remember that now.
I feel a little guilty for saying it, but like I don't mind if they're like official capacity, like police or a PI, or official or non-official, don't mind so much. I just prefer when they're women. That's my main thing. Yeah.
Okay, well, unfortunately, it looks like it's some grizzled dude with a beard and a cigarette, so probably not a lot of I hope if this is super tropey, we might just stop playing because I honestly can't handle the hard world tropes a lot. I just find them very frustrating.
Another really guilty confession of mine, though, which in this day and age I'm really guilty about. But I really do like the Cormoran Strike series, which I will not be paying for it or giving any money to it because it's written by she who shall not be named.
I
But
don't
it
even
does
know what you're talking about.
J.K. Rowling.
Okay.
It's her mystery series.
Okay.
And
Come on.
Nate-
Come on,
Sorry.
be honest. What are you really afraid of? Once we get through this bit of narration, we can go back to
that's all right, yeah.
complaining. Loneliness. Or maybe death? No. What you truly fear is being forgotten. Living the mediocre life of a loser. What a positive beginning to this. How would I know? Well, that's because you and I are more similar than you'd like to admit. And that's why I know exactly how to make you suffer.
Creepy.
Thanks to me, you will learn that every happy ending, does he keep changing masks,
I think so.
is a lie. And I assume this is a video of, I guess, some woman important to in our lives or something.
Or maybe his head was just down. Hard to tell.
True. Okay. City of Nova Polamos on a rainy winter night. So you were saying that you like the J.K. Rowling mystery things?
Yeah, but I really I feel bad saying that because, you know.
Well, maybe like I guess when you first read them, you didn't know how terrible she was.
But
as a
I was just
person.
gonna say it's grisly, you know, PI detective, so same
Okay.
vibe.
Yeah.
That's all I was gonna say.
I honestly feel. I assume they're just about wizards.
No, it's the modern mystery series.
Like Harry Potter's modern day, isn't it? Or like when it was written.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish, yeah.
Okay. Mordred. Mordred is like such a name.
That's the name, Mordred. What a
This
terrible
character's
name.
name is Mordred. Like
That
it's
sounds like a vampire name.
it's like to me a very King Arthur sort of name.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Okay. 2 years.
It's like an Anne Rice.
Yeah, definitely. Anne Rice vampires. It's been 2 damn years. I can't quite believe I'll be able to go back to live a normal life. Have I been in jail? Have I been locked up? Is it an old boy scenario? It could be such a nice day. I feel this guy looks different in this art than the previous screen. If it
Yeah.
wasn't for this damn rain. Is Hera already? Oh, Hera as well. Mordred and Hera.
Hera is like Greek.
Yeah.
Goddess.
Interesting name choices though. Foley Investigations. I'd better not disturb her. She hates being interrupted when she's playing.
Playing
I'll just
what?
smoke a cigarette and tell her the good news as soon as she's done. The piano.
Oh right. I
So
see it
you
in
can
the
see it over
background.
there. And there's piano music as well. I'm fresh out, but I should have a pack somewhere in my office.
Yeah, for the listeners, I can't hear the game.
It is due to technical limitations. So to explore the current location, select Investigate from the menu in the upper left-hand corner. Which one is Investigate? Not available. Not available.
Oh,
Investigate.
Sophisticated.
And inventory. What's in our inventory? Nothing. Cool. Oh, yeah, I should say as well, we are definitely not finishing this game. This
This is
game,
a lot more sophisticated than last week for sure.
it is a lot more technically advanced, and I'm a lot more technically ambitious than the last one we said. Okay.
And more expensive too, right?
I got all of these in a bundle, so I don't know how
Right.
much they cost to
No,
buy,
but I
got-
meant like, yeah.
Okay. Select the area you want to inspect to receive further information or potential evidence or clues essential for solving the cases. This seems a lot more like a point and click adventure right now than a visual
Right.
novel to me.
Yeah, it does.
But like, I guess like some other ones have, some other visual novels have things like this, and it depends on how much of a feature of the game this is. Okay, let's look at the computer.
Bit of a blending of genres, which is what we like to do at Book Club for Masochists.
You know, we were talking a beginning about how much more developed this is, and then immediately we seem to have a spelling mistake here.
Yeah.
My trusty drawer, where I hide my most treasured things. I assume drawer?
Right, because it's glittering.
Yeah. Your desk is
So
sparkling.
click it.
Yeah, well, that's what it was. That's my trusty drawer.
Oh, I get it. You clicked it. Okay.
You've now obtained a pack of cigarettes. This is one of the
Nice.
things about these that I just don't care about. I'm just like, smoking isn't cool. Having my character...
This guy was paid off by big narcotics.
Big tobacco.
No, tobacco is what I meant.
Here they are. I know I'll end up 6 feet under because of these babies sooner or later, but who cares? Okay, is there anything else in here to look at? Let me see. Oh, wait, I'm not even in investigate mode right now. Nope. To examine and use the items you collected during investigation, select inventory from the menu in the upper left corner. Yep. So we can go to our inventory.
And we have cigarettes.
And we have cigarettes. This is the inventory. Here you'll find a list of all your clues, documents, and biographies. To check an object and read its description, select observe icon above it, blah, 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 blah. Select the use icon. So
We know what cigarettes are. Okay.
observe. Yep, 20 cigarettes. Since the United Nations approved the Anti-Tobacco Act in 2048, cigarette packets have no brand and show grotesque graphics depicting smoking consequences on health. Only
That's a
those with
lot
a
of
death wish
detail.
could be attracted by them. Like, I feel like so much of that is already the case now. Like, in Canada, like, they have grotesque graphics on them.
Yeah,
and I
it's
think
true.
you literally can't have them on display to purchase.
Right.
No. So, I don't know. That says smoking causes blindness, I think. I was just hoping we could throw them out immediately, but I guess we have to use them instead. Yeah. Who smokes
Discard.
inside? What a jackass.
What are you doing?
I hope Hera now yells at us.
Oh, that's me. Is that all I say?
Yep.
Is it Frozen?
Perfect. You should seriously stop playing sad songs. Our neighbors will end up killing themselves. Oh my gosh, what an asshole.
I don't like this character so much. Mordred, if you're here, that means...
Yes, although everyone knew I was guilty, I've been acquitted for lack of evidence. Pretty curious how the law works sometimes.
So we're free?
Definitely free from justice, but not the hatred of the relatives of those I've sent to the electric chair. Oh my gosh, what? ... If nothing else, from tomorrow we can go back to work. Provided that someone is crazy enough to hire some sort of felon.
Will we ever put an end to this?
Hera, what media and victims need is just one scapegoat. You're free to go. It's me they want dead.
I'm just as guilty as you are. You know it. Running away would just delay the inevitable.
We're both... Oh, sorry.
We're both... monsters. The only difference is that you're the one out in the open.
The only real difference between us is that you're a good-looking monster.
Idiot.
Anyway, do whatever the hell you want, but don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah, this is very much the sort of thing that, like, that sort of character is so unappealing to me for the most part.
The cynicism and the, like, yeah. Mordred Foley, the true life of the party as always.
Not just the cynicism, but just, like, kind of being an asshole to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I showed up to smoke a cigarette and then leave again, basically. ...
I just wonder how long we can deal with all this pressure. Yeah, that was a really brief visit.
Okay, so February 26, 2068, Foley Investigations. I can't remember if it said a day last time.
48. Oh no, that was the pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, okay. I totally understand the situation, madame. Sure, I'll be waiting for you in my office. Of course, confidentiality is the main pillar of our agency. Okay, so we have a madame coming to our office. What do you think she looks like in this neo-noir set in the future?
What's going on?
You won't believe it. We have a new client. She seems to be a big shot, and she's coming to the office. I wonder if she's a femme fatale.
I can't believe it. Quick, tell me more before she gets here.
Select the speak icon from the menu in the upper left-hand corner to start a conversation with the character in front of you. So that's this one. Speak. Possible conversation topics. The options marked with an exclamation mark are considered important and mandatory in order to continue with the story. Select a conversation topic to start the dialogue. Let's go with the top one. Hera's decision. So you've decided to stay.
We've been to hell and back. The least I can do is stay here, tormenting you forever.
Okay, I have to tell you, Amanda, in the chat, Mad Dog Running is saying red dress in response to me asking what we think the person coming to see us will look like. I could definitely see, red dress.
Shall we start gambling?
Our next client will torment me enough. I'm sure that might be a part of this game at some point.
Well, speaking of them.
Today's newspaper or the client?
The client. I want to know about the client.
Okay, the client.
What do you know about this new client?
She's the assistant of a politician. That's all she said.
A politician? Since when do we accept this kind of jobs?
I can't believe how much work is put into this, and I'm like, nobody
random
edited this?
grammatical errors, yeah.
At this point, I'd welcome the devil himself as a client.
I have a bad feeling.
You should know that our business is built on bad feelings. And then today's newspaper.
I'd probably read this novel. Have you read today's newspaper?
No. Is there anything interesting? I mean, beside the usual rubbish on immigration.
Definitely. 4 days ago, while we were still in the courtroom, a body was found in Treasury Park.
And they reported it just today? Good old censorship strikes again. At least they'll stop talking about us so that we can work in peace.
Here, read the article when you have time.
Oh, this is teaching us about clues.
Mm-hmm.
You have obtained murder at Treasury Park.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at it. Examine. On the 22nd of February, a tragic murder occurred in Treasury Park, whose culprit is still unknown. The diligent police force of our immortal city, wow, weird, has already arrested a potential suspect, blah, blah, blah. Oh, wow, Lieutenant Freya Goldsoul.
The names in this novel are pretty wild.
They're great. I like them. I guess like if it was like, you know, if the main character in this neo-noir was like Dave, it wouldn't sound as cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Serrated mystery, ritual murder, unprecedented violence, unreliable. What's this one? Nova Palermos. In 2017, the Cambrians, who are still considered the richest and most influential family of the planet, founded Nova Palermos in a deserted area of Northern Europe. Created as this... Where's a deserted area in Northern Europe? Okay. Created as a symbol of independence and an alternative for those in search of a country to belong to, 10 years after its foundation, it was boasting more than 1 million people, as well as an unprecedented rate of economic and social growth. Today, the city
some of the areas of like northern Norway and Finland are pretty sparsely populated.
They're pretty empty, but like I can't imagine Norway or Sweden or Finland just letting a city get created. Like I can't,
allowing Nova Palermos to be founded.
Yeah, like the city is considered an actual country in the international scene. Completely independent.
Yeah, don't
maybe
see
it's
that.
like Russia could maybe get bribed into doing that, but even that seems kind of unlikely. Let's look at biographies and see if we have any of those yet. Oh, we do. Who do we have? Our name is Mordred Foley. We are 45. Selfish man, completely dedicated to his job. Who wrote this bio? Who wrote this psychological profile? Do I write of myself in third person?
Like, innocence is just a matter of perspective.
Yeah, okay. Chemistry program, quit, blah, blah, blah. Police officer, founded his own investigation company. Okay, he sent the 2 most dangerous serial killers ever to the electric chair. Ah, okay. Interesting that they have the electric chair in this northern European bastion of like hope and stuff.
But he falsified the evidence provided during the case, so maybe they weren't even guilty.
Oh wow, that's super garbage. Holy shit.
Totally garbage.
Wow.
But he was acquitted. Although the victim's relatives still think he's guilty.
I think he's guilty.
Well, yeah, that's definitely suspicious.
Okay, and let's check out
So he's kind of a shithead, basically. Are we
Hera
allowed to say that?
Karasis. She's 35. Sweet, kind, and somewhat insecure, Hera has undergone a lot of psychological changes following the traumas caused by the Jennifer Kingston and Robert Harrington case. Empathetic and vulnerable, tends to be easily deceived despite remarkable intelligence. Emigrated from Greece, her native country, so at least her name of Hera, I guess, makes sense. The borders closed, causing the deaths of thousands of refugees. Cool. She started working to attend law school, graduated with full marks. Her relationship with Mordred, romantic, question mark, professional, question mark, is completely unknown, as well as her involvement in the cases handled by Foley Investigations. I don't understand why she, who seems like a smart, somewhat well-adjusted person, interacts with this guy who's 10 years older than her.
I sort of got the impression maybe she'd been kidnapped because he was saying like you're free to go. I don't know. So then I was like, maybe she's a hostage.
It could be, who knows? Okay, well we've done that, and now let's find out. Okay, is Mad Dog writing right? Is it gonna be a red dress? Sound like she's here already. I'm thinking like weird hat. That's my guess.
Oh yeah, definitely. Diamonds.
Oh
like
no.
really obvious diamonds.
Well, we're wrong in some cases, but that's a lot of cleavage for a politician's assistants.
It was the same in last week's too, though, wasn't it? It was like the bustier thing.
Oh yeah, I don't think there was cleavage in that one. I don't know. No, yeah, no. Our wife, our
There was
weird
the belt.
steampunk wife, was also, I think, just interestingly dressed. Okay, welcome to Foley Investigations, Madame.
Hello, detective. As I told you on the phone, my name is Julie Ward.
Oh, she has the most boring name so far. You have obtained Julie Ward. Okay, let's find out info about her.
Where do these bios come from? Who wrote them?
The internet, clearly. Okay. She's 35 as well, smart and extremely ambitious. Thanks to her charisma and her physical appearance. Something she blatantly brags about in every informal situation. She's an advisor.
So she's not the politician herself.
No, she's an assistant. She has a murky history in the mob, which she got away with from a brilliant manner without smearing her professional reputation, which we will not tell you about. Cool. Okay.
And I'm the personal assistant of Mr. Baker.
You have obtained business card. This seems like a little bit excessive to me.
Yeah.
Julie Ward's business card, member of the Black Bands. From the quality and the minimalistic style of the card, you can sense her importance. The Black Bands members appear like privileged snobs trying to recall the good old days that actually never existed. That's so weird.
There's definitely an excess of detail in this game, but I think that does appeal to a certain kind of player.
Oh yeah, like kind
of knowing every little last detail of every character.
And I think from now on we might just skip a lot of these. I was interested, like I wanted to see what it was like, but I don't think I need to examine every business card from now on.
Oh, that's me. Baker? That Baker?
The Black Band. Okay, cool. That's fine. They're snobs.
Such a lovely place. Burgundy floor to match the antique furniture. But the only thing missing is a floral sofa to complement this quiche masterpiece. Kish?
Kitsch.
Excuse me? And you are?
This is Hera. Let's call her my assistant.
Nice to meet you, Miss Ward.
I would if this just became like a dating game, like so many other visual novels. I think that would be very funny. If it's just like, now which one do I need to date?
I have to say at this point, it's Mad Dog Running could be right because it's black and white. Like the dress could be.
It could very well. It's
red.
not a. I don't know if it's a dress.
Oh yeah, it's like a cape. I think it's a cape dress ensemble.
Okay, I hope we can see it better in a moment and see. I'm not. It might be a skirt.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
Are you trying to ignore me or what? Detective, can we have a private chat about our business? Why?
You better explain that.
What I'm about to disclose is strictly confidential. I would rather not have assistants around.
Isn't
She's
she
an
an
assistant
Yes.
herself.
Okay, if you don't mind, of course.
If you don't mind, of course. Oh, not at all, madam. I'll leave right away. Have a good evening.
Bruh. ... I think you owe me an explanation for this. Oh no, she's taking her glasses off.
All right, shall we begin?
Okay, we can kind of see it now. That looks like a dress to me. So
I
yeah,
think it's a dress cape ensemble.
yeah, dress cape, with a weird collar thing. Fascinating.
Still not sure about the color though.
I think red seems very reasonable. Okay, let's just go with the case.
I apologize for my manners, but the job we want to offer you is an extremely delicate case.
You know, I said we might not get to the end of this, but there is always the possibility that we choose the worst possible option every time and die, because there's often those endings in these things. So maybe that's what we're going to go for.
All right.
Enough to cut Hera out of this conversation.
When murder cases are mixed up with politics, it's better to maintain a certain confidentiality.
Are you referring to the murder in the newspaper?
Precisely. 4 days ago, my boss, Richard Baker, was involved in a murder case whose method was rather peculiar.
Peculiar.
The point is that elections are coming up, and as you might know, Mr. Baker is the favorite candidate. This kind of business may cause him and the entire party to collapse.
Now I see why the papers were so vague on the matter.
Since the black bands have a lot of enemies in our city, we want to turn this situation to our advantage. If you manage to clear Mr. Baker's name, we will be able to use the whole case to influence public opinion to make people understand what a thorn in the flesh he is for his opponents.
I understand, but tell me, how would the police know that Mr. Baker had committed this peculiar murder?
An eyewitness, and the victim was Mr. Baker's lover, who had been blackmailing him for years. Add the various political opponents wanting him behind bars, and you'll have the complete picture.
Okay, the victim. Why are you so vague about everything? Who is the victim? How did she die?
I can't give you all those details yet, but I can tell you the case is more complicated than you think. There is a link between the victim, Mr. Baker, and the eyewitness. As I've already said, Alicia, the victim, was Mr. Baker's lover, and she had been blackmailing him for a while. Whereas Abigail Sherman, the eyewitness, is his current wife's sister, Anne Sherman. The police believe the witness followed Baker and his lover because she was convinced they were having an affair, thus witnessing the murder in person.
Needless to say, you're hiding something from me, aren't you?
As I said, I can't say much until I've given you all the information, as agreed with the party before coming here.
Yeah, let's get to the job. Let me get this straight. You want my agency to clear an extremist politician's name so that he can win the upcoming elections, evidencing he was framed by those who want to ruin the future of your beloved city. You think I'm your puppet or what?
I'll be honest with you, Mr. Foley. You are one of the most hated men in this city, and no client will ever knock at the door of someone who caused the death of 2 innocent citizens.
So why did you?
Because we know your methods, and let me make this clear. We don't care if you find the real killer or not. We just want you to get our leader off on the charges. Whoever will be arrested in his place is a mere detail. Go along with our request and you'll receive 50,000 credits and a chance to permanently clear your name.
He can get any degree he wants with that many credits. Sorry, university joke.
This is a dystopian, utopian society of the future.
It's just the idea that he's like, oh, can I get them in like history or physics? What sort of credits can I get? It's like I
Formal
need to finish
logic,
that.
please.
I never finished my chemistry degree. Can you give me enough chemistry credits to finish my degree?
Furthermore, there's a reason I didn't want to disclose any details about the murder.
Get to the point.
Go investigate the crime scene. I'm sure this case without a second thought.
I wouldn't be able to get even close to the crime scene. Not after all the problems I've had with the police and the media lately.
We'll handle this. Don't worry. If you really want to redeem yourself in the eyes of society, this is your only chance. Have a good evening.
I think there are probably other ways to rise to society.
Unless he's not redeemable.
True.
He did send 2 innocent people off to die.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're going to accept.
Hera, have you been listening?
Mordred, the Black Bands opened fire on the refugees. The only reason I'm still alive is that I arrived right before the shooting. But I had plenty of time to get along with, sorry, there's a lag. Along with anyone they consider to no use of their cause.
Those were different times. Those who ordered the massacre have been arrested. The party took a more moderate line now. They could even lose the next elections. Good. Besides, that woman is right. If we don't accept this job, it's over for us.
I'd live a life of misery rather than working for those bastards.
I'd like to remind you that we got innocent people killed too. So different from them, after all.
Don't accept this case, Mordred. Let's keep what's left of our dignity. I beg you.
Dry droning storyline is shaped by players' decisions. Select one of the options and be prepared to face the consequences of your actions. Remember, there are no good or bad choices. Follow your instinct and shape your own story. So, I have to accept our future is more important. Maybe not. I promise I'll think about it.
Maybe not.
Yeah, definitely. Let's try not to be terrible people.
I don't want to work for a crappy politician.
That scene, like the animation there and the choices, was like very obnoxious.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe you're not as hopeless as they say.
Don't speak too soon. I have to see the infamous crime scene first. Stay in touch. I'll need you.
Why is he going to see the crime scene? He's not taking the case.
He said he'd think about not taking the case.
You can count on it.
Well done, Mordred. You've just made a promise that probably you won't be able to keep.
So we don't have a choice anyway.
Are you really risking everything for so little to protect someone you don't even know? I'd better get going. New destination available. Treasury Park. Let's go to Treasury Park. To visit. Okay, go to the map. Yep, cool. The Aqua OS menu in the upper right-hand corner features options where you'll be able to change settings, save, and load the game. Ledger, useful for reviewing the dialogue that have taken place. Oh, that's cool. Diary, where you can check your current objectives. What is our current objective, I guess? Diary. Find the cigarette. Okay, go to Treasury Park. That's our current objective. Cool. I think we can accomplish that one. Map. Treasury Park.
It looks like London.
The
map?
Kiln of Technology.
Looks like the metro map of London.
It was definitely a metro map. Oh, I missed whatever that was saying on that load screen.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
Oh, it's fine. I didn't realize it would go away either. So, do you think it's ever not nighttime in this game?
Right? It's very noir.
As expected, the crime scene's already been cleaned up. The police are really scrupulous when the reputation of our city is at stake. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I get to be the policeman. He's
Yes.
kind of scary looking in this.
He's terrifying.
Sir.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. You need to... Oh, you must be Mr. Foley. Miss Ward warned me you were coming.
Tisk. That woman has planned everything.
May I see your pass, please?
Pass? I guess you mean. You'll have to show evidence and objects to some characters to unlock new dialogues, clues, and locations to investigate. Open the inventory, and after you've selected the evidence you want to show, select the use icon to submit it to your interlock.
Show him your cigarettes.
That is definitely what I'm doing. Okay, use. That's...
That's not what I asked you.
Okay. I guess this business card is our pass.
I guess. Here, he said anyway, whatever.
You mean this, right?
Very well, detective. You can proceed with the investigation. I'm at your disposal.
I guess he didn't know who I was for sure. Like, he could just assume.
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you, officer.
That grin.
This is you now.
Mordred son of a bitch Foley.
Huh?
Look who had the guts to come out of his crappy office. What are you doing here? Did you come to turn yourself in, or just get beaten up?
Good evening to you, Freya. Wait, who is Freya Goldsoul again?
We heard her name.
I can't remember.
She's...
I'm so bad at these games.
Oh, she's one of the relatives. Of the people he locked up.
Is Hedrick Goldsoul's daughter, one of the most renowned bankers of Nova Palamos. Past a complete mystery to me. Who is me? Okay. She joined the police force when she was 20. Lieutenant. Arrested worst criminals. She started the inquiry against Mordred Foley, whom she hates with all of her heart. Yep. Who did I cause the deaths of? Jennifer Kingston and Robert Harrington.
Kingston, Robert Harrington.
So I can't remember what said the stuff about Freya.
Yeah, we saw it somewhere.
It was in our documents, I guess.
Okay.
This one. Oh, no. Thanks to the remarkable work of Lieutenant Freya Goldsoul. She was this one that realized... Oh, she arrested the potential person in the murder, so... she is unrelated to everything we've done so far, I guess.
Oh.
But she hates us anyway.
That was confusing. Okay. Look at him, Robert. Look at the only bastard I couldn't get locked up.
I see you don't lack resentment. As for professionalism, well...
Give me one good reason not to kick you out of here.
I think solving cases that incompetence like you will never be able to work out is a good enough reason.
Foley, officer of the crime scene.
Did he curtsy? I think the soldier just curtsied.
Random. What the hell do you mean he's authorized? Damn. I don't know whose ass you've been licking, Foley. But you better watch yourself, because I'll do anything to wipe that stupid smile off your face.
I'll keep it in mind. Now can you let me on with my job?
Listen to me. You're playing with fire. This case is too much for someone like you. If you really care about your life and that of your girlfriend, leave right now. Farewell, Foley.
That woman definitely needs a vacation. I expected something far more sexist to be said.
Yeah, true. Mordred, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. I'm about to start investigating.
Is that...
Yeah, so.
Oh, camera. So I'll provide you with constant support while I investigate from my computer. I thought he said he was gonna, like, she didn't want him to take the case. Okay. Seems like we're
who
all
knows? Aqua OS. A next generation portable device used for a wide range of purposes.
This is the future, after all. I've already uploaded all the holographic files of the crime scene. Where'd she get that from? She's like at home. Likewise, all the evidence and information you find will be automatically uploaded as data on Aqua OS.
Alright, I'm activating this damn thing. Oh my gosh, he hates technology as well, doesn't he? We'll finally decide. So that's this thing, right? No, that's the diary. Ledger. Do I just use it? Use. Whoa. Oh, shit.
It's a holograph of the
Yeah.
murder.
Did not expect that. That's not possible.
He's back, Mordred. I can't. I must not. I should.
Hera, calm down.
The nightmare is back. Again and again and again.
Listen to me.
6 years. Only 6 years. No, stop, please.
Damn. What's
What's happening?
forcing her to look will just make things worse. Hera. Let's hang up on Hera. That's like the nicer thing to do.
Hang up on it. It's too traumatic for
Yeah.
her.
I really don't like the options moving around like that. I'm Sarah. I'm sorry, Hera. It's for your own sake. You don't deserve to not have to through over the few years. Stop wasting time. Let's try our investigate tool. And we can look at the dead body or whatever's there. And maybe at this broken bench. Let's bench. Broken bench. Something heavy must have crashed onto it. There's also some blood stains. What does this mean? You have obtained wrecked bench. Perfect.
We've
Taking the whole bench with us. These flowers have been arranged like a sort of ritual. The killer sure took his time by the looks of it. According to Aqua OS, they're a type of Daphne flower, quite common around here. Daphne, Hera. Maybe you're right, he's back. Now I must not jump to conclusions. I need to keep investigating. Okay. Got a clue. Are the clues all Polaroids? I don't
Looks
really
like
want to
it.
click on the, an ordinary bench. Nothing interesting there. I guess we'll try the head. Oh, the arrow. Oh, no, I meant to click on the arrow. Oh well. The woman's throat was ruthlessly cut. According to Aqua OS data collected by the police, the victim's eyes were surgically... Ugh, gross. Gross, okay, cool. Yeah, what type of freak are we dealing with? Cool. This is the other reason I don't really like detective stories. They're too gruesome for me. A heavy arrow in the woman's chest. Considering the impact. A lead arrow? That's really weird. The arrow was inserted by the killer after the killed her. Why the hell would he do that? You have obtained lead arrow. Those are definitely Polaroids. This is a very funny operating system.
It's like way into the future, but we're using like 60s technology.
Yeah, perfect. Digital version. Okay. Looking at the big picture, it's very likely that the victim was already dead before arriving in the park. Okay, I think that's all the clues. So let's exit. Oh wow, I was having weird problems getting to that. I had the feeling there's still something else to investigate. Must not miss any detail. Okay. What did I miss?
Go up into the leaves in the tree, the top.
No. Did the bench.
Where her hands are tied.
Oh, good thought. Yes. The arms are tied in the tree in a specific way, giving the illusion of some sort of macabre work of art. Same can be said of her hair, that has been placed with impeccable precision.
Her hair has impeccable precision.
I guess, I don't know.
Okay.
Well, it's covering her nipples.
That's true. I did notice that.
Okay, apparently we've missed another detail.
Ah,
Okay. I don't know what it is.
it's funny how these games kind of give you the illusion of choice,
Mm-hmm.
but like often you don't have choice. Like there's an X there, but you can't actually like exit.
Oh wait, this garbage can. I thought this was just part of the...
Oh, good call.
Didn't anyone bother to clean this bin up? What's this? I've obtained a man's glove. Cool.
Wow, those policemen on the case are really terrible.
Big cut right in the middle, soaked in days-old blood. Might it have something to... Yeah, probably. Holy shit.
It seems like important evidence.
A woman tied to a tree with Daphne's feet and a lead arrow in her chest. This is you.
Oh, sorry. The killer wanted to emulate the myth of Apollo and Daphne.
Hera. According to one of the most renowned legends of ancient Greece, Apollo, after one of his countless heroics, antagonized Cupid, the god of love. Filled with jealousy, Cupid climbed Mount Parnassus, and from its peak he shot 2 arrows. The lead one was meant to repulse love. The gold one would have doomed the victim to a hopeless passion. The first arrow hit Daphne, a beautiful nymph. The other one was shot straight into Apollo's head, igniting his love for the creature. Madly obsessed with the god of the sun, the god of the sun started tormenting Daphne, chasing her in the woods. The nymph ran and ran, crying and begging Mother Earth for help. Eventually, the latter took pity on the eager desire of the god. I think a god would fuck a tree. Like in Greek myths.
It's true. This poor girl is here to demonstrate that not even a divine entity is immune from torment, obsession, or jealousy.
Okay, we've got the myth. A killer that murders his victims theatrically by recreating ancient myths.
There's no doubt, Mordred, this case is linked to those we investigated 6 years ago.
Pandora. Okay, continue. Now I understand why that woman said I should have accepted this case without hesitating. Yet, there's still something we're missing. Pandora has always been killing his victims in closed, isolated spaces, and always with relentless fury. This scene, though, seems like an attempt to create something different.
What do you mean?
It's too soon to draw any conclusions, especially until we talk to the police. We don't know anything about the suspect or the witness. Besides, I refuse to believe that they haven't reached the same conclusion. Now that Freya's not here, I couldn't even have a little chat with her. Even have a nice chat with her nice colleague. I guess let's talk to this dude. Speak. Hello again, officer.
Mr. Foley?
I need to ask you some questions, if you don't mind.
All right, but be quick. Loyalty to the Black Bands is not worth my job.
I guess let's ask the two we have to ask. Can you describe the dynamics of the murder? The dynamics of the murder. What a weird word choice.
Way to say that. We suspect that Mr. Baker lured the victim here with an excuse and then attacked her with a knife. The victim was somewhat able to react, and before her throat was cut, she managed to wound the attacker's hand. Probably with the same weapon that killed her later.
So did they find the glove or not? Baker got hurt with his own knife?
That you collected was a hologram?
You have obtained knife.
Yeah,
who knows? I guess they found Baker, and so his knife was cut. His hand was cut. Okay, I think we can skip that. Yep, okay. Yep. Yep, cool, okay. The killer headed towards the nearest hospital, and I tend to skip the really gory bits in the...
Claims was tying...
Is that all? You arrest a man based on a flimsy reconstruction? Have you even considered the... Oops. Sorry, I skipped her a bit.
Oops.
I guess I'll have to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Okay, and then we go to Richard Baker. What can you tell me of the suspect?
Baker is one of the greatest revolutionaries of our era. I truly believe he's the only one who can save this city from degradation.
Great, a black band groupie in the police force. On top of that, he's part of the team that arrested him. The city never ceases to amaze me. I was referring to his motive and his relationship with the victim, not his career as a champion of justice. Gross.
Well, with Baker's heart, because she's been years to his sister. With the elections approaching, He maybe thought that a public statement from her could have destroyed his political and private life.
But the eyewitness.
She's the suspect's sister-in-law.
And what was she doing? Okay, yeah, okay. What was she doing in the park? She was following him. We're not sure. Tisk. Officer. Sorry, I'm getting a bit... this is taking a long time. What the hell?
Freya? Why the hell did you leave your position?
I feel I should be somebody else in this conversation.
Yeah.
Do you want me to be the police person?
Sure.
I was...
I don't have time for your nonsense. Get back to that spot immediately.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you waiting for? Hurry up. Oh, you still here?
Good evening, Lieutenant Goldsoul. Oh, wait, that was Hera. Oops.
What? Look who's here. Foley let you out of the doghouse at last. Actually, oh, that's Hera. Actually, it's keeping him on a lead, but don't tell him. It could hurt his feelings. Hope I didn't ruin a nice chit-chat with my subordinate.
Not at all. You're the one I wanted to speak to.
Me? That's funny. What could I possibly talk about with a bastard like you?
Freya hates me, but she's honest and eager for justice. I'm sure she's noticed the same discrepancies. I could find out more by appealing to her pride. It's risky, but I can't see any better solution. I have reason to believe that your reconstruction of the case is completely different from what happened.
Being a criminal wasn't enough. Now you're a conspiracy theorist as well?
You may be a fanatic, but you're not stupid. There's no way you haven't noticed all the weirdness.
What are you talking about?
Put your hard feelings aside for a second and use your head. This case is totally recalling Pandora's murders and an eyewitness appearing from nowhere, just like a miracle. Who's got all the reasons to hate Baker? Don't you see anything weird going on?
I feel like a PI shouldn't just like spout their like pet theory. Like usually
Yeah.
they hold their cards a little closer.
I don't...
So Hera, Mordred, are you really trying to save that man?
Trust me, Hera. It's for our own good.
I hope you know what you're doing. So, you think you know the truth right at the start of the investigation?
Maybe.
Very well. You tickled my curiosity.
I was sure there'd be a choice there where we'd get to like...
Yeah.
Please her thing that would piss her off.
Maybe. I just want to see you fail so I can mock your damn arrogance. Go on, explain your theory. Just be careful not to waste your only chance.
One single chance. Better check everything before giving my version of events. Carefully check all the evidence, documents, and profiles you've collected so far before starting to explain your version of events. Speak with Freya as soon as you're ready. Oh yeah, I think we're almost done. This stream is almost over, so let's try and screw this up as much as possible. Alright, first things first. We know the victim's eye. Okay, yep. Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
What's your point? Can't be more responsive because...
Exactly, what's your point?
He didn't have enough time, he didn't have sufficient skills, he had no reason to do it. I don't know.
He had no reason to do it.
Sure? He had no reason to do it.
Covering his tracks, making it look like one of Pandora's works? Would be a more than adequate reason.
Damn, I need to try again.
Don't give up, Mordred. Think carefully and don't leave anything to chance.
Alright, first things first. We know the victim's eye. Okay, yep.
Blah,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah.
What's your point? He can't be... Okay, we get a second chance to try this.
Even though it just said we only have one chance.
It looped. It looped. What if we do the same thing?
Okay.
He had no reason to do so.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Damn, I need to try again.
Oh, so we just get in this infinity thing now?
Okay, I guess for this first one, they're not really giving us options. I didn't have the skill?
Okay.
Okay, could he redo it? What kind of question is that? Removing eye call. Yep. Not simple. Only someone with sophisticated surgical skills could do it. Not a surgeon. Yep. Yep. Okay. Surgical operation with a wounded hand? Totally unrealistic if you ask me. Okay.
I admit your point makes sense. This suggests
He had an
but
accomplice.
You've gone on
Sorry.
too fast.
An
The
accomplice.
witness claims not to have seen.
I got your point, but that's not the real discrepancy. What are you talking? Your colleague reported that after removing the eyeballs. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. Yep. The evidence that was completely left after the construction is... okay, what are we going to show? We've got the cigarettes, the notepad, our OS thing, this photo of something, this glove, this arrow,
The
her
glove.
hair. I was just going to show the cigarettes again.
Honestly, that's the first thing that crossed my mind too.
Okay.
Share the cigarettes.
Are you crazy or what? This evidence doesn't make any sense.
Think, Mordred. What evidence did they leave out? The cigarettes. They left the cigarettes out, Mordred.
The business card.
Definitely a business card.
Nope, that one was also crazy. Okay.
Oh.
This thing, this is also my thing, so obviously it's not.
The Aqua OS.
The glove? I guess the glove's the only real evidence we found. It's
think
probably
it
not
is,
it
yeah.
either. Nope, okay. I don't even know what this one is.
Arrow.
Precisely. I have reason to believe Baker.
And why would you assume that?
I think the suspect saw the body over his lover and panicked and tried to move the arrow right away.
The victim's throat had been cut. What was the point of removing a lead arrow from the body?
Look closely. The cut on her
The
throat.
cut
is
on her
completely-
throat is completely covered by the head, and the blood poured directly on the wound inflicted by the arrow.
I feel like I can see the cut on the throat in that photo.
And what does that have to do with Baker's innocence?
Just think about it. He gets here and sees his lover's body. He panics, noting the arrow and the bleeding. Yeah, okay, we get it. Yeah. Yep. If you're completely panicking, there were no fingerprints in the arrow. There's no way Baker could have pulled it off. You're wrong. Baker didn't leave any fingerprints because of this evidence. This is the glove, I guess, this time.
Yeah,
I can't believe
guess
they
so.
didn't find the bloody glove in the garbage can like 2 meters away.
I know.
Where did you find that glove? Right under the... Oh, I guess he insulted. You're just a liar. I know I shouldn't have listened to you. Okay, yeah. If it was previously arranged, now they think the glove was planted. The cut on the glove suggests there was a fight, but it happened in a completely different way. There's a suspect. Yeah. He turned her and protecting his face with his hand. That's getting wounded. He tried to run away, but his escape lasted. The suspect escaped and right away. Okay. I guess the smashed bench. I don't believe someone was thrown out against the bench. I do not believe that's possible to be thrown into a bench that hard to make it break.
I don't know. The city's really degrading, isn't that what they said earlier?
I guess so, yeah. Oh, a new voice. The alleged attacker let Baker get away, and eyewitness condemning him. Are you telling me that an injured old man can run faster than a merciless killer? Who is she? This is Abigail Sherman, the eyewitness of Alicia's murder. Okay. Well, we've obtained Abigail's thing, and I think that is enough for right now. This is just, I can see people enjoying this. But are we being hacked? Oh, what? Oh, she's got a weird bird head. Oh, I'm trying to get to a menu so I can save, but apparently it won't even let me do that. Okay, well that's fine.
There's definitely a bit of a lag.
Yeah, for you. That's just
the larger file size, probably.
There's a number of things. Anyway, so hey, that was like, it is, like I said, very cliched, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the graphics are definitely a step up from what we've done before. or like from the one we did last week. I mean, but the text and the narrative are really cheesy.
It's just very cliched and using a lot of tropes. Mad Dog running and saying it's kind of hilarious. It won't let you fail. Yeah, the fact that it's just like I want to die. Like let me just do this poorly. But I guess
it's like you have one chance, and then it's like new chance every time.
But yeah, so like I can see people enjoying that if they like the tropes. From that sort of mystery detective story, but they're just ones that don't appeal to me.
But there's a reason things are a trope, right? Like people, once you read a particular genre, like Grizzly PI, like you expect the same things every time. So there's an appeal for that.
And I just can't really get into them. And in the chat saying needed an editor for sure, which I think is really true as well. Like that needed. I was really surprised at the number of spelling mistakes in not that much of the game that we played. And it wasn't that
even
many.
In like the first couple lines, which like
not super impressive with that.
No.
Which is kind of interesting. I think part of it just comes with like rewriting dialogue within the program and then not having a spell check within it.
Oh, right, with different variations maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Makes
anyway,
sense.
Thanks for joining us for the stream. I think there might have been some technical glitches, but hopefully they seem okay. But yeah, the episode of our podcast, Book Club for Masochists, a Reader's Advisory podcast about visual novels, will be out in September. So you can check that out if you want to. It's in all of the places you find podcasts, or you can go to our website, bookclub4m.com. Thanks for checking this out. Bye.